I love the process that the sky is the limit, and you just got to start it and see where it takes you. My name is Bethany Robert, and my medium is mixed media. Really, when I was young, I had both a love for music and for art, for coloring, drawing. So I entered every single coloring contest for the local grocery store. I was doing stuff in school, like all the drawing contests I always entered, and I was like, I don't know, it just came natural to me. So now I look back and I see all the stuff that I created when I was a kid. But I think my love for the arts just really came at a young age. I always just was drawn to color, texture, and stuff like that. So I started doing 2D design, which is where you start creating focal point and balance with paper before you go to the computer. So you'll draw and cut out these little lines to create a focal point, right? Well, then you go to the computer, and I started doing graphic design with that. Well, I did an internship and realized I don't really want to sit behind a computer all day, but I liked learning balance, composition, color, where your eye goes, learn where your eye goes. I had a professor in college that I did an independent study with. I had to create 30 pieces by the end of the semester. So I wasn't really actually trained in painting or anything like that, more design. She said, go out and I want you to do 30 pieces by the end of the semester. And so I would sit there and just work with textures, and she goes, here's how here's an ink, here's an ink wash. She goes, go out and study the bark of a tree, go out and study the ground texture and emulate that on paper or whatever. And I said, oh, that's cool. So I went out and I did that and really developed my love for texture. So a lot of my work is inspired not only from like the ground and, trees, bark, walls that are like corroding over time, but also textiles, fabric, pattern, the feeling of fabric and the look and the colors. I really attribute a lot of where my style blossomed to that professor. I started my career in paper. I always liked working with paper, but then I started using wood and then transitioned into canvas because I want to have a few different mediums to work on. Well, I start with my textures. So I do use like homemade paper. I'll use different elements like string, sand, beads, whatever I am feeling to create a specific texture, right? Especially if I'm studying a certain wall. Like I just got back from Venice, Italy, and I would go and study the walls there. A lot of my studies are international. I'll start with building up the layers, like the texture. Then I'll do ink, then I'll do spray paint, then I'll do acrylic and pastel. I'll get all those layers going until I get to a point where then I start applying my oils, my oil pastel, my oil bar. And then spray paint again. Because once you go to oil, you can't really go the opposite way. So it's like I set the foundation with those other layers and then go to oil. And that's just, my style just went to that. That was from discovery and just my love for like different mediums and exploring. I get inspired in different ways. So that's what I love about it is I'll be like, let's say I'm in Venice. I was on a gondola and I'm on the gondola and the guy's telling us about how all these different walls, we're going through the canal. And I'm just like, how cool are the colors of this wall? It's almost like I'm developing these compositions in my head as I see that. And so I'll take pictures. And what I like about the process is it's like, what catches my eye to make me want to go back and create something similar on paper, on wood, on canvas. So that's what I like about it is you're being inspired by something, or I'll see a textile on a runway show. I'll see the color combo and I'm like, ooh, I want to experiment with that. So it's like, I love the process that the sky is the limit and you just got to start it and see where it takes you. So it's like, I just did a few pieces that were inspired in Venice. I saw a wall that was separated by these pipes. So I created these 3 kind of sticks, 5x48 wood panel, and it was from seeing that wall that inspired me. So that's what's cool is like you take those real life experiences and you make it into something. Within my abstract work, I wanted to also create something inside. I wanted to make it identifiable. And so I thought I'd experiment with like my take on florals, because I love flowers. But like I wanted to do a funky style of florals. This is like in progress, but I'm gonna go in and define all this. These are all different types of papers and beads. It's like a process, so spray paint, ink, acrylic. Now I'm on the oils. And you can see how these oils have a richness and saturation that you can only really get from oil. I'm in that process right now of defining the flowers with the oils. And I always love like graphics. I love geometric shapes. So you'll always see like lines in my work, circles in my work, but then I'll like subdue it in words in my work. I like putting love, hope, joy, even if it's not in your face, it's in there. What I love about it is you get to actually see a vision of your own space, your own gallery, and create it and set it up the way you want to present yourself as an artist. It's a presentation of who you are as an artist, and you get to present it to the world with people coming and talking to you about what you do, and you get to share your love for it with people and have great conversations. Other thing I love about it is the people that I've met here. I have met lifelong friends here, and that's what I'm grateful for. And we all want to help each other. We all inspire each other. We all celebrate each other. And I'm just grateful. It's like a community.